Hello, and thank you for joining me this evening. I'm Sean from Urban Tactical Survival. I am here today with a boot failure. Some time ago, about 8 months ago, I'd say to be exact, and then prior to that, about 2 or 3 months, I picked up a pair of the Salomon 4D2 GTX Boots, hiking boots. And at the time, I was really impressed with these boots. The Goretex booty, the construction of these boots were excellent. And to this day, and the color, of course, the color has faded over the 8 months that I've been wearing them, but the color, the iguana green is what they call it, is these were excellent boots at the time. And I did do a review on it about 8 months ago and showcased them in a video. And at that time, I had given them some high marks because prior to the video, I had been wearing them for about 3 months, and they had done exactly what Salomon said that these boots were supposed to do, and that was to keep my feet dry when splashing or walking through water. I have been on several hikes here through some local parks and to local wooded camp areas. And in these areas, you do have to negotiate getting from point A into point B. You have to walk through some waterways. And I did that with these boots and without any problems. I got onto the other side and my feet, the boots were wet, of course, after going through the water, but my feet stayed dry. So here lately, about a month to 2 months ago, I'd noticed doing the same thing, nothing different, hiking. I was walking through some waterways, small streams, not very deep, water about 6 inches deep maybe. Tiptoed right through those, and I thought what I was feeling was the cold temperature of the water as they hit the boot. So I ignored it for that and just trekked on. And through the course of the day, I soon my feet dried up. But today, I took them out and I did a 6-mile hike, and it was raining on and off. Grass areas wherever I was just soaking wet. As I'm walking through these large fields and through the wooded areas that I took a hike through, my feet was getting wet. The boots, and I noticed that cold, wet feeling, or what I used to think was the cold temperature of the water hitting the boot, was actually my feet getting wet. I could not believe what I was experiencing. So I just continued to trek on and made my 6-mile hike, came back around and went on home, took these boots off, and my feet were soaked. The toes and the socks that I had on were just soaking wet. The inside of the boots were just soaking wet. And to my surprise, I was very disappointed to have to feel that and go through that with these boots. These are very excellent constructed boots. The soles on these boots barely look like they've been worn. And I've worn these through the winter of 2017 into 18. I've worn these to a warehouse because they were so comfortable. The warehouse had concrete floors on them, and I was wearing these for 10 hours a day, and my feet felt like I was walking on clouds. So I truly do enjoy and like these boots. But here within the last month, I've had a boot failure. I don't know if it's the Goretex lining or the boot itself that has failed, but my feet were soaking wet this afternoon when I came home and took these off. So that tells me that there was something wrong with these boots. I have yet to contact Salomon to inform them of this. I will go back. I bought these about back last year, back in November, maybe October, at REI, local hiking and camping supply store here. I will go back to REI and see if I can get in contact with Salomon and send them that information and see what I can get out of them. It's not that I'm looking for a new pair of boots. I'm not. That's not the reasoning behind this review and the earlier review. If I get a new pair of boots from them because of the failure, it is what it is. But that's not my sole motivation here. I am not being paid by Salomon to do the review on these boots. The review I'm doing on these boots are on my own. I thought they merited a review because I wore them 3 months prior to the first review, and they held up and did exactly what they said they were going to do. It's just here lately, unfortunately, I have suffered wet feet with these boots on. Now, as you can see, where the bottom part here is wet and it's still wet. It's now starting to dry off. From here up, it's completely dry. I did wear long pants, so I did not step in any water that may have been higher than the top of this boot. I was trekking through grassy areas and large fields, and the grass in that area was relatively high, so all that water was just splashing and soaking these boots. So outside of that, I have no clue as to what's going on with these boots and why they failed. I really like these boots. I hate that my review this time is a failure on the boots, but it is what it is. I'm suffering wet feet with these boots. So my confidence level for these boots have failed and have gone down. So I will no longer wear these boots in wet weather due to the fact that my feet are getting wet. And I don't think there's anybody who likes stepping outside in a wet area or hiking through the fields or in the mountains area or wherever you're doing your hiking and your feet getting wet when boots say that they're supposed to keep them dry. They have a Goretex lining. There's a Goretex label right here on the boot that says Goretex. So I'm expecting Goretex to keep my feet dry, and these are not. So outside of that, other than the feet, my feet here recently are getting wet. These are excellent boots. I like these boots, and I liked them from the first time that I saw them, and I seen reviews on them. And if I can get a pair that doesn't leak, I would buy another pair of these boots. But these particular boots are a fail. So Salomon will hear from me, and I will let them know, and we'll go from there and see what they say about the boots. They may want me to ship the boots back to them so they can examine them themselves, which I would have no problems in doing that. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is a video of boot failure on this video, and they just failed. So I don't know what's wrong with them, and I'll leave it up to Salomon to see if they can come up with the reasoning why. Like I said again, I am not doing this review to get a new pair of boots. I'm not being paid by Salomon to do this review. I'm doing this all on my own. I just feel the need that they to do this review, and they need to know what is going on with their boots. Maybe the construction of the boots may not have been what they anticipated it to be, and there was a failure in that area. Who knows? I'll let Salomon take a look at them if they want, and we'll go from there. But these are great hiking boots, and I wore them through the winter, this past winter, and I was planning on wearing them again through this winter coming, but unfortunately not. I will be buying another pair of boots and that are waterproof. Same, have Goretex lining. I don't buy any boots that don't have a Goretex lining. But for some reason, these boots failed. My feet were soaking wet this afternoon. So I'll leave it up to Salomon. Just wanted to do this quick review on these boots and bring it out to you and let you know if anybody's got these boots, check them out. If you're suffering or have any defects, or you're experiencing anything wrong with these boots that you may have, wet feet or anything, give Salomon a call, see what you can come up with them, and they may send you another pair of boots or have you send these out so they can work on them and fix them or whatever. But it's a fail for me with these boots in the last 2 months. So again, I'm Sean from Urban Tactical Survival, bringing you the quick review. Unfortunately, this is a boot failure on these. Hit like and subscribe if you like the video. Share the video with your friends. Let them know, especially this video, because you might have somebody out there that's got a pair of these boots. They may want to hear and see this video and get the information that I've just brought you. So share this video with your friends who may have these boots. Until the meantime, in the next video I come back, I wanted to do the stealth camping this afternoon, early this morning, but the weather was just poor and the campsite was just badly constructed. It took a hit, I guess, over the last few months, so I have to go back a little later to straighten that up. But until then, this is Sean from Urban Tactical Survival. Remember, always check your six and get out and enjoy the woods. Till the next time, everybody, take care. See you again.